I'm at a grocery store right now, and the sight of all these people dressed up like we're in some post-apocalyptic sci-fi dystopia, some kind of ecological dystopia, with their masks and their other various garments covering their faces, covering all exposed skin in some cases, and others who are dressed just normal. But just seeing, an increasing number of people just geared up as if they're venturing out into a radioactive wasteland. It's very dismaying, and I react to it in a couple of ways. Part of me, the less noble part of me, just thinks, look at these credulous idiots. They've been sold this bill of goods, and they've bought it hook, line, and sinker. And then the nobler side of me, I do have a nobler side that sometimes manifests itself. The nobler side of me thinks to myself that what's been done to these people, what's been done to all of us to one degree or another, the trauma to which we have been subjected, especially those of us who refuse to switch off the news. And you can only switch, even if you do switch it off, even if you do ignore it, it still comes back to you in one way or another, in some filtered manner, even if you just hear about it through someone else's YouTube video, or if you just hear it through word of mouth, hear of it through word of mouth. The kind of trauma that's been imposed upon all of us to one degree or another, but especially upon the credulous among us, the vulnerable feeling among us. Whether you are vulnerable or not, if you are to some extent what you feel yourself to be. So you feel yourself to be vulnerable and at the mercy of these forces beyond your control, and to a degree that's what you become. But the extent to which we are all like Alex in the Clockwork Orange, strapped into that chair, watching these horrific events, with them prying our eyes open, dripping moisture into our eyes, so we can't ever look away from what they're showing us, what they're subjecting us to, what they're making us into. It's quite enraging. So on the one hand, it's dismaying, and there's a kind of cheap humor that you can get out of it. And on the other hand, just the sheer evil that would dump this kind of anguish and trauma into our ears and into our eyes and into all of our senses. The kind of malevolence that would do this for their own ends. It makes me feel like reviving the guillotine. It makes me feel like there are a few out there among the very powerful, the very influential, using their power and influence in such a malign manner that they must be little more than absolute evil. And if I saw their heads roll, I have to admit I would smile. It's aroused this bloodthirst in me that I haven't, that's somewhat new. Just recording my thoughts here, sitting in the parking lot at the local grocery store, watching these surreal kinds of, these surreal looking people walk past, in and out of the grocery store. just a few thoughts, a few random passing thoughts. Andy Nowicki, my name is Andy Nowicki. You can find my work at altrightnovelist.com or at lowstatusnovelist.blogspot.com.